Okay, so we have here an example. Please excuse me if medyo magalaw yung phone because, yeah, I'm just using my phone. So in this example, the figure is very common kasi ito na yung mga examples natin before. So we are given with, this is the VBB, this is the, what do you call this one? VCC. Sige, label natin. This is your VCC. Of course, this is the longer side, so this must be positive, negative. Yeah, longer to. So this is positive, negative. That is your VBB. This is your RB. And this is your RC. And we are given, of course, our current gain or beta, which is equal to 150. And we are to look for these values. Okay? So, solution. So, we need not to really, follow this unknowns or hanapin to pa isa-isa pasunod. Okay? Depende kung anong available meron tayo. Alright? So, we are given with beta. Tingnan muna natin kung anong meron tayo and then we'll see what we can get. Okay, so looking at the figure, we are given with beta. And, these values as well. This is, what type of transistor is this? This is, napasok na, NPN. Kasi, papasok na yung ating arrow. Okay. And since this is forward bias, so meron agad-agad, meron tayo ditong 0.7. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Na automatic, this is 0.7. Asan po yung positive? Kasi andito yung flow ng ating current. Okay. Andito si positive, negative. Okay. What should we do next? Okay. Kasi meron tayong voltage dito. And this one, if I'm gonna do the loop here, masasolve na po natin yung ating voltage across the RB. Okay, so hahanapin natin si VRB because andito yung ating current flow, andito si positive of course, and si negative. Okay, now I'm gonna do the loop. So KVL, this would be negative 5 plus VRB plus 0.7 is equal to 0. That gives us VRB, which is equal to, of course, 4.3 volts. This is VRB. Hinahanap ba siya? Hindi. Anyways, okay lang. So, since meron tayong VRB, of course, we can now look for our IB. Take note that VRB is equal to, diba, yung voltage dito, that is just RB times IB. So, therefore, our IB is equal to VRB all over RB, which is equal to 4.3 divided by, given ng RB na 10K, so this is 10K. That gives us an IB, which is equal to, or IB is equal to 430 microampere. Now, class, if hindi micro yung nakuha nyo, say for example, that is just, basta you just make sure na yung IB nyo is express nyo in terms of micro. Right? So, yun na yung IB natin. Very easy. Next is, meron tayong IB. What else can we get? Dito na ako So, meron na tayong IB. Given na si IB, we also have our beta. What relationship do we get? Diba? Remember, meron tayong beta is equal to IC over IB. Given na po itong dalawa, so we can now solve for our IC, which is equal to beta, which is, sige, sulat na natin, beta times IB, which is equal to 150 times 430 microampere. That gives us an IC of, our IC would be 64.5 milliampere. Okay, so since meron tayong IC, what else can we get? Of course, mayroon na tayong lahat ng currents maliban kay IE. We can also solve for IE. Remember that IE is equal to IC plus IB, where IC is 64.5 milliampere plus 430 microampere. That gives us an IE, which is equal to 64.93 milliampere. ampere. Now, take a look at these two class. Etong dalawa. Diba more or less, malapit lang sila? Di po ba? Itong isa is 64.5 milliampere, the other one is 64.9 milliampere. Napakalapit ng value nila. So that is why, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo kanina, merong mga books na, eto, they assume that IC is equal to IE na automatically. They disregard the IB because it is very small, that once you add it to your IC here, it's negligible. Look at the values. They differ only by IB, which is very, very small. Okay? So, after that, we get, what's next? VBE. Where is VBE? Of course, VBE is, ito na yung kanina sinasabi ko din. At nandito si VBE, that's the base and the emitter. Automatic, your VBE is equal to 0.7 volts. What else do we have to find? Okay, so next is this is check VCE. Where is VCE? That is the collector to emitter. Bakit nga andito yung positive? Because yung current flow natin po is ganito. So, andito yung positive. Alright? So, VCE would be, I'm gonna do loop here. Maglulup ako dito. Makukuha ko yung voltage dito because I already have IC. Multiply ko lang ng 100 and then your VCE. Okay? So, again, yung VCE natin, andito po siya. This is, lapit ko nga. This is positive, negative, VCE. Okay? Ayun. So, we're gonna do the loop. KVL natin, this would be, I'm gonna start here. This would be negative. 10 na po automatic. Plus, diretso ko na ha. This is a 100 RC times, what is our IC? 64.5 milliampere plus VCE is equal to 0. That gives us VCE, which is equal to, this is 3.55 volts, of course. Now, I would suggest you guys to pause the video and then you try to compute it using your calculator. Okay? Huwag nyo lang panoorin, i-calculate nyo rin para ma-feel nyo that you're part of the solution. And of course, to check this as well. And yeah, meron na tayo VCE. Next is VCB. Where is VCB? That is from the collector to the base. Where is the collector? We have it here. This is collector to the base. Bakit po? This is your VCB. Bakit andito yung positive? Kasi andito yung flow ng current, dito siya papasok. Alright? So, how do we do that? What can you suggest? Wow, I see maka-reply. Hindi. If we're gonna do the loop here, hindi natin siya matatamaan. Kung dito tayo sa loob, hindi rin. So, the next would be, I think we can loop here sa labas. Pwede. Okay? So, later I'm gonna show you a solution na other than that. But first, loop muna tayo sa labas. So, I'm gonna start here. So, this would be negative 5 plus, this is VRB. Diretso ko na po. VRB is, eto, 4.3. VRB, this is VRB. 4.3 minus VCB yung hinahanap natin plus this one. This is 100 times 64 IC, 64.5 milli plus 10. This is equal to 0. That gives us VCB, which is equal to, this is equal to 15.75 volts. Okay? So, yung sabi ko kanina, there should be another way of doing that. How do we do it? Pwede naman na pwede din naman guys. This is another way ha. Please take note that pag sinabi nating V CB, that is just equal to VC minus VB. Okay? VB, that is just VE minus VB. Now, if we're gonna do this like this, we're gonna use this formula, we should derive into the same answer. But, we have to look first for our VC and VB. Where is that VC? Yung VC, that is from this This is your collector to the ground. Okay? Yung VB is from the base to the ground. Okay, try lang natin. I-prove lang natin na tama siya. I'm just gonna use a different color. Wait. Okay. So, from here to the ground, pwede akong dumaan dito. Okay, add up ko lahat ng voltage. Pwede din naman ako dito na lang. Dito na lang para mas madali. Where I have VCE lang. Okay? So, yung VC ko pala is the same na siya sa VCE. Bakit? Kasi, diba, pag sinabi mong VCE, that is equal to VC minus VE. Take note, andito yung VE. It's automatically to the ground. So, ang voltage drop mo from here to the ground is 0 na siya. Okay? So, this is 0. So, your VCE, this is 0. So, your VCE is just equal to VC. So, this is VCE, which is equal to, nahanap na natin kanina, I think. And dito, 3.55. So, we have 3.55 minus our VB is from here to the ground. Or, dito na lang ako dadaan. Same lang naman, which is 0.7. This is 0.7. Same is true din siya, no? Ma'am, bakit yung VB is equal to VBE? Bakit yung VBE pala is equal to VB? Kasi VBE again is equal to VB minus VE. Yung VE in this case to the ground, still, that is 0. So that gives us VB which is equal to VBE. So this is VCB is now equal to 2.85 volts. Okay? This is our final answer. Where it should be the same, oops, we get, this is 2.85, our value here is 15. Something is wrong. Wait, let me check. This is -5, tama naman, plus this, minus this one here. So, take a look at this. That is why you really have to take note of the sign. Okay, this should be negative. Okay. Negative. Bakit po negative? Kasi yung current flow natin is from here, diba, papunta doon. Dito siya papasok. So, this is positive, negative. And if we're gonna do the loop, pumasok tayo sa negative ni RC, which, wherein this should be negative. And that will give us, okay, compute po ulit, dyan sa inyong mga calculator. And it should be 2.85 volts. Okay? So, madali lang, diba? Alright. So, I'm gonna zoom in this first. Klaro ba? Okay. And we'll have our next example.